Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today we're going to take a look at the Valaverse Action Force Weapons Pack Delta. This is the new one. It's got some new weapons on it, so I wanted to get it, do a review of it. I really do like most of the Valaverse weapons, especially after the first series. I think they've gotten much better. I thought some of the original ones, they were a little big. Some of them were brittle. I know people are going to argue with me. I don't care what you say. He's even come out and said it. He's talked about it. Some of the earlier stuff was kind of brittle and it snapped. End of story. So anyway, but I like them. Okay? Treat your stuff with respect. And for the most part, you won't have too many issues. Anyway, before we get started, if you like the content, take a second, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell notification so you're notified when I drop a video, especially stuff with Action Force. And I got the whole female wave coming, which should come shortly after the new year. So anyway, here it is. These are really nice because they do look like ammo boxes. This is what the G.I. Joe team was trying to do with their ammo crates, but they're just too big. These ones actually look pretty good if you put them in a display in the back. So, tells you that this is the Delta pack, and on the back it's going to show you what weapons are in it. So you can get 3 blast effects. What are you going to get here? 4 pistols, M4, a Tommy gun, another gun, another shotgun. So some of these are newer weapons, and I'll show you which ones are the newer weapons. In case you don't want to just go and keep buying and rebuying the same stuff over and over and over. So, but this is a good pack. I did not get the really large $80 pack. As wonderful as that is, and that is a lot of weapons. In my opinion, it is a pretty good deal. I don't need that many weapons. When you have all these packs, now that Classified gives you real looking weapons, I am overloaded with weapons that I don't even know what to do with. So anyway, let's not waste any more time. We're going to take a look. I got a Steel Brigade. I got a couple Classified, and we'll take a look and we'll see how each of these weapons look, and then see how some of them look on some of the figures. So let's take a look. All right, so here we have the figures. We got the weapons out. They come in plastic baggies. So first, we'll take a look at what we got here. We got the same 3 blast effects. So you have a big one, and this one here goes over like the machine guns because it doesn't have a port. So this goes right over it. Something like this. M4 right here. It's supposed to, but unfortunately it looks a little bit too. So unfortunately that's not going to go. So that's not going to work on that. You have a bigger blast effect. So if you want to do it on the automatic shotgun. Now this is something that I've kind of noticed, that these things are getting kind of loose and they tend to fall out. And then you have, say, this pistol, and you have a smaller blast effect. I like the way they look. I think Hasbro overdid theirs, but I think Valaverse does a wonderful job on how they do theirs. Now, there is one problem that I have with some blast effects, and it's not so much that it's blast effects, but it's when I see people displaying something like this with a blast effect. And does anyone know what's wrong with this? Huh, class? This is a suppressor, and a suppressor is supposed to hide the blast of your weapon. So all these weapons that have suppressors on it should not have any blast effects because it defeats the purpose of having a suppressor. So just a small gripe of mine. So quickly we'll go through some of the ones that we've already seen. Here we have the shotgun that I dropped because, well, why not? I'm doing a review. So you have the shotgun. It's painted different. I do like handles painted. The trigger guard is painted. So you have some paint to it. It's different. I have a black one. I think there's a brown one. It looks different enough. Here we have the big giant hand cannon that came with Sergeant Slaughter. Once again, painted different. So it's silver. It's got the handle. This looks more like a revolver than what we normally see in the world. We get 2, I think they're 45 pistols that are painted gold. I think they might go good with Tiger Force. Definitely go good with Pimp Daddy Destro, or even a Cobra Commander, maybe even Serpentor. So that looks really nice. Handles are painted black. We've seen these weapons, but again, I love having handguns, and you have two of them. So not sure why he went with two, other than maybe just to give you a little more, a little bang for your buck. All right. Then we have the M4 assault rifle. This is what I do believe comes with Desert Rat. I really do like this. I don't like it as much as the one with the handle and the suppressor on it, but I do like this. It has a removable mag, and it comes with 2 extra mags right there and right there. But I think this is just a really nice looking weapon in general. So you can use this with any of your military figures and see how it looks. And then here we have another submachine gun. These go really good with the females. Now, this one I'm going to talk about, this was an earlier gun, and the grip is very thick. So you have to stretch out the hands. So some of the earlier guns, I just thought the grip was too big, or the gun in general was too big. But this looks nice, and I like the fact that you have a magazine that's painted different, tops painted different. So he's giving you some different paint apps rather than just saying, hey, here's the same gun you've already bought. Enjoy. This is another gun that can go pretty well with the females because it is smaller. Again, it's painted different. I believe I have this gun being held by Firefly downstairs. These are not removable magazines. Now, here is, once we get some snowtroopers, this weapon will go absolutely awesome with it. I do like the way this one looks. It looks kind of sci-fi-ish, but we know that it's not. And I think this is one that you could take the large blast effect, pop it in there, and I think it's going to look really nice with your figures. Here we have a new sniper rifle that is going to be coming out with, I believe, the black female. I don't remember fully. I think this is the only new weapon of any of the females that are getting, or any. I think this is the only new weapon coming with any of the females. So I think it's pretty cool. I'm wondering how it's going to fit, if it's going to be a problem with the stock sticking out the way that it does, but a couple nice paint apps on it just to give you a different feel for it. And then we have the Tommy gun. Now, as much as I love the Tommy gun, and honestly, this is one of the reasons why I didn't want this set, I was a little confused because a lot of stuff that he talked about was, this is more of a, not futuristic line, but something 10 years in the future, that we're not looking at past weapons. And Tommy gun, nothing screams the past more than a Tommy gun. I mean, this is a gangster gun, literally a gangster's gun. And obviously they're not used anymore, but I just think it's awesome. And I think it could be used in so many different ways with different figures. But it just looks really nice. The brown, the wood brown paint, just everything looks really good on it. And here we have the extended magazine in this pistol. Now, this is the first time I'm seeing this pistol because I've only bought one trooper. Because, well, I'm not going to go over it. I've said my piece on that. But I do like this gun. It's got a nice suppressor on it. The gun looks really nice. It looks like it has a flashlight underneath it, and then it has this extended. So this would be nice to use in displays with a snake eyes or someone that's sneaking around. And then we have the automatic shotgun. This is the one that just came with the Steel Brigade pack. And then here is the drum for it. So I think this is supposed to hold like 12 shotgun shells. And it is painted different. So he's given us this gun already in case you don't get the Steel Brigade set, and it looks really nice. It's different, it's black, got the silver, so it looks really good. So let's take a couple of these. I think we should start with the Tommy gun. I think if anyone should have the Tommy gun, we'll start with Duke, who already has an old style looking weapon. I'm going to throw it on good old Duke here and see how it fits and how it looks. So, no issues getting his finger right in there. Tommy gun here, and obviously hold it without a removable magazine. I guess I should probably raise this so you can see it. I think that looks absolutely awesome. And I have a feeling Duke may be using, although it looks like it broke his. So, all right. So you're going to have to kind of manipulate his hand to make sure that it doesn't pull down, because the thumb and everything kind of gets lost in here, and it pulled away from his finger right, when I first did it. So the handle kind of looks small there, but I think the gun looks really nice. I'm not sure if it's perfectly to scale, but I will say this, it fits on him extremely nice. And also, I'm going to have him hold it like this. So this is one thing I've noticed, and I know, I'm going to get backlash by saying this. So I like the fact that, this actually doesn't look good. I like the fact when I'm able to use a G.I. Joe and they're holding it like this rather than the cupped hand the Valaverse gives. I like the way the grip actually looks, because they're actually gripping the weapon. I think that looks really nice. I'm going to have to figure out a way to display him a little bit better. And that looks pretty good. Here we're going to take number 2 of my figures of the year. And let's see, what should we give him? Start with the M4. Now, this was a gripe that I had when I did the Desert Rat, is that the trigger guard here, it's really hard because the fingers are too big. And yes, this is a classified, but it was too big for the Valaverse too. So this is something that I hope that he goes back and he modifies, because the finger doesn't really fit in the hole there. That's what she said. So let's drop this. Let's try something different. I talked about how this was going to look, so let's take a look here. Pop this on here. I've got lots of room in the trigger guard here. But again, this is going to make, I think, some issues. I'm already struggling here to get this on. All right. So, not too happy with that. This was my concern, is that this piece, the stock here, was going to cause a problem. But I guess we got it on here. Let's see here. All right. So it looks kind of small, so it may fit on the females much better. But I don't know the real size of this weapon. So there it is, me just kind of trying to cram it on there. I think it looks decent. There he is, kind of just laying back, firing at it. Take this off here. Let's see here. Pop this off. Get rid of that weapon. Let's see how a white. Now, see, here's what you're gonna see is see how thick that handle is. So to squeeze it on here, it really opens up the hand an awful lot. And so some of these weapons I still do struggle to get on there. I know I'm going to get some backlash for saying anything someone's going to see as a negative comment, but when you see how big that handle, how big the handle is, it's hard to get a full grip on there and also get the trigger finger on there. But I do like the way the weapon looks. I think it would actually look really nice on him. Take this here. Let's see how this one looks. So there we go. There's a couple of the weapons. I think that looks pretty badass, to be honest. I do like that. And then what I will do is I'll take a Steel Brigade. This is the version. This is the first Steel Brigade, so I'm going to be careful because if it's not heated up, sometimes they have a problem, which we all know about. So this was the gun that came with the Steel Brigade pack. Again, I'm using an early Steel Brigade just to show you how it's going to look. And one of the issues is the packs always kind of get in the way, so you really have to modify it. You really have to play around with this. I'll have to play around with this a little more, but you can see how this gun looks on them. I really do think the automatic shotgun looks extremely nice. Sorry about that. So there's a small look at it. Hope that helps out. So again, nice weapons pack. Hopefully it's offered at BBTS and other places, or if you're ordering a bunch of figures. A buddy of mine, he ordered these, or he ordered something. I asked him if he could throw this on here because I really don't want to spend $13 on this and then $8 on shipping and handling. But a lot of nice weapons, nice blast effects. These blast effects are very basic, very simple, and that is how I believe the blast effects should actually look. I think when Hasbro did theirs, they put way too much into it. So here's a Hasbro weapon, and we throw the blast effects in here. They tend to fall out. So it is an issue with some of the actual Hasbro weapons that they fall out because their blast port is just a little bigger than what Valaverse uses. And if you take those take the blast ports for the Vipers, they do not fit in here. And so even in a Valaverse, they tend to fall out. So that is one thing I wish he could modify, that he could fix. I'm just kind of going through. That one stays in. Again, it is very loose, as you can see. So that is one of the issues that I do have, as much as I like these blast ports. I'm sorry, these blast effects. Here's the original Steel Brigade weapon. It actually seems to stay in a little bit better. So, all right, so that's it. We'll just wrap this up because I think you watched more than enough about a weapons pack. All right, so there you have it. That is the Valaverse weapons pack Delta. This is the first time I'm making a video on my iPhone 14 Pro, so if the image looks any better, then hey, that's the reason why. Expensive phone. So again, I ordered this. I do like the packs. The $80 one I wasn't going to go for. That's just too big, and I have all the weapons already. Like I said, I have so many weapons I don't even know what to do, but I really wanted the Tommy gun. But I'm not going to lie, I'm a little disappointed. It doesn't seem to fit properly. See how his trigger finger is pulling out? That definitely bothers me. I totally missed a. That's what she said. But I've already done it once. So do I need to do two? We asked Michael Scott. So I like the Tommy gun. I don't know. I do like having a shotgun. And if you didn't get the Valaverse pack, this is how you're going to get this. I think you'll enjoy it. This gun, my fear of the stock kind of came true. I don't know. This seems too big. I'm not the only one that's thought some of the weapons and the handles seem too big. I think this might fit nicely with the females for the size. And I like the fact that he's not trying to, for his female figures, he said, I'm not going to change the size of the weapons to make it look better on them because that's not how it would be. But I do fear, because I want to try and put a lot of his weapons, or any weapon in general, on the females, they just seem too big. Unfortunately, as much as I like this, again, the trigger guard is too small for the trigger finger, which causes a problem. Now, I don't understand why it's not like that with like the Delta Force weapon, which is almost the exact same design, but something is modified a little there. And then I was happy to get this weapon. I have seen it. Again, I've definitely noticed on the troopers that he's selling now that he's giving it, and I've wanted this, so I'm glad that I finally got to get that. Anyway, I am definitely rambling on. What can I say? I pull stuff down. I move stuff around. You will not see this. You won't see any of these weapons for sure in my video from the classified in Valaverse wall, because guess what? It's already done. Just not posted yet. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here because I'm definitely rambling on. I hope you guys enjoy it. Seriously, I hope you guys enjoy it. Man, if you guys see something that you don't like that I'm doing, how I'm presenting it, say something. I like the constructive criticism. I want to make sure that I'm giving you the best for your, the best coverage for your time. Again, it's free, so you're not you have to pay for it. But again, I read the comments. It seems like you guys enjoy what you're saying. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. You know the drill. We'll take a second, subscribe, like the video. Always like content of any creator that you're watching, and hit that bell notification because there is more Valaverse stuff to come. Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, which I haven't done much on TikTok. A Punk with Toys Facebook page, Punks with Toys. I feel like I'm rambling on. You guys pretty much already know this. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Have a wonderful day. Happy toy hunting. And just watch this video right here. I'll put a Valaverse figure on it right